She was living in a single room with 3 other individuals. One of them was a male, and the other 2, well, the other 2 were females. God only knows what they were up to in there. And furthermore, Susan, I wouldn't be the least bit surprised to learn that all 4 of them habitually smoke marijuana cigarettes. Reefers.
Welcome back, friends. Another Man Sharpens Man with Dave and Stateraised. Except, again, Dave's not here, man. It's just me with you guys, but I have missed you guys. It's been a while since I recorded. And I've missed my audience in my mind. I don't know if you guys even exist. Getting some views. I see you guys are checking me out, but I miss everyone, all you guys. And I have you guys pictured as a certain type of people. I'm probably completely wrong, but you're my imaginary friends, and I love you all. And I've missed you, and I'm back. We are here with number 11, Man Sharpens Man. I know you've been missing me. You've been missing old Stateraised, haven't you? My list. I know you've been missing me too, and that's why I'm back. I was missing. I'm not pity party. Don't feel bad for me, but old mom's had a heart attack. Yup. The mom of Stateraised. I was mom born. Poor mom had a heart attack, but she pulled right through. She's a trooper. She shrugged that shit off like water on a duck's back. It wasn't nothing to her. I ran up to the hospital. I was all worried about her. I get her complaining. I knew she was fine. She's a nurse, so once in a while she likes to tell people, hey, I know this, and you're not doing it quite right. But that's just my mom. She's a great lady. I love you, Mom. I love you, and I know you're not listening, but she had a heart attack, so I was gone for a minute, but I'm back now. And I know you guys miss me. And boy, oh boy, what should I... The politics, duh. It's all up in our face, isn't it? It's horrible. You know what I found out today? I don't want to rant about politics too much. I do want to tell you guys a pretty funny political prison story. I was a political prisoner for a while, and I'll tell you about that in a minute here. But just the reason I even got thinking about it again is because this Hillary. I thought, well, it looks like Hillary's going to be our president, so I should check out what kind of stuff she's got going on. I'm not ignorant. Like I said, I don't want to vote, but I see what's going on. So I want to check out. I see which way the wind's blowing. It looks like, Hillary's going to make it in. So I go and check her website out that she was pointing us all at during the debate. And turns out she's got a pretty strong opinion about marijuana, and she doesn't like it. She's going to try to get rid of a lot of it. And are you fucking kidding me? Come on now. Out of all the shit, that's ridiculous. You're going to waste your energy on this, Hillary. You are fucking kidding me. When I found that out, all of a sudden, it made me grow an opinion, because as many of you know, I do enjoy weed once in a while. And for good reason. And I'm not going to go into the good reasons because they've been had out too many times. Like, I don't even think it's so stupid to even defend weed anymore. I think everyone, all of the stoners that are listening to this, join me and just quit defending it. It's like you're trying to defend the uncle didn't touch somebody, or something. It's pointless. Just don't defend it. The more you defend it, the more it seems like something's bad. Like, there's no reason to even defend the weed no more. Don't point out that people don't die from it, and they die from opioids and alcohol. Don't point out that it helps people calm down and chill out after they had a real fucked up day going over and fighting wars for Uncle Sam. Don't point out all the good shit that it does. And don't point out the fact that there's not many bad things that it does. No one's ever OD'd, all that crap. Quit pointing that shit out. I'm going to quit pointing it out. It's not, we shouldn't even be defending this shit anymore. It should just be legal. The fact that she's getting into office, and then she's going to go, at least over 50% of people want weed legal. Even the people that don't like weed know that we shouldn't be fucking with people over it, because why? What is the point? It's a waste of our money. Let us have it. If you're not free over your own conscious mind, what in the fuck are you free from? Are we free in America? Are you seriously going to tell me you're free if you're not free to control the way your own brain and body feels with something as mundane as a plant you can grow in your garden? Now that's not freedom. And I'm not going to get, I'm not a militia guy, but Jesus Christ, Hillary, lay off the weed, and you'll be all right with me. You're way better than Donald. We get it. He's a pussy grabbing asshole. You're better than him. Blah blah blah. We already knew that. What surprises me is that people didn't know that kind of shit was going to come out on Donald. He probably said way worse. He's dropped the N-bomb. I bet you there's going to be an N-bomb tape. You mark old Stady's word. There'll be an N-bomb tape coming out. Trump isn't above that. I don't get it. Politics in America right now, pretty disgusting. But, like I said, I do got a pretty funny story. I was once the block rep in prison. Now, I know a lot of you might not know what the block rep was, but it was when I was still a fish. And a fish is someone who was fresh. I'm throwing million prison terms at you, 100 no. A fish is a fresh guy, just came in, fresh fish, blase splee. So I was a fish. I was only in prison for maybe 2 years. I was like 19. And I decided I was going to become block rep. Because unfortunately, at the ripe young age of 19, I was already fucking losing my hair. And guess what? I found out, just asking around, it wasn't like I found out, I don't even know if this information is true to this day, but I was told that Rogaine, and then the guy was probably just fucking with me, Rogaine only works, and that's the stuff, if no one knows, it makes you don't lose your hair. At this point, I've given up. It doesn't matter. But anyhow, at the time, I was young, and I really wanted to clutch those hair follicles. And I was like, oh, shit, I'm losing my hair. So I decided I was going to run for block rep and get Rogaine in the store because Rogaine wouldn't grow your hair back. Rogaine kept you from losing your hair. So before I lost my hair, I was going to go in the store and I was going to get Rogaine back. Now, I knew that wasn't a strong platform to run on, so I looked around and decided that I was going to run on I'm getting a better weight pit platform, which I was also down with. So I ran around the block, campaigning like a motherfucker. People normally didn't campaign. They just, ran for block rep, people voted for the oldest number, and the shit was over with. So it was kind of a long shot for me to win because I had a fish number, and everyone that was running against me had a number started with a 1. My number started with a 2, so I was obviously fresher than they were, and they hadn't made it to 3 yet, so I definitely was young. So anyhow, sorry about that. They run the election, are counting the ballots up, and won't you know, son of a bitch, Little John pulls it off. I'm the block rep all of a sudden, and it is great. You get all kinds of fucking nice shit. You get to go meet with the warden, you get to sample the new store stuff and tell them what you think is better, just all kinds of crap. People on the block come to you and act like you're wise all of a sudden. I was a fucking guy. I'm not wise. I was a wise ass. But all of a sudden I was the wise man. They would come to me and with their problems, and I would take them to the warden or the assistant warden and not get them solved for them, just like every other block rep. And they liked me for it. It was kind of a cool little job. But ultimately, I ended up like Bill Clinton, and I got impeached. I didn't get a blowjob, but I did get impeached because I got busted fucking making wine. Can you believe I got impeached for something as mundane as wine? Yep, but in there, wine is not fine. You're not supposed to cook it. It's dangerous, especially because some people fuck around. There was one time a bunch of people went blind from homemade wine. So I never drank any. I was the very same with wine as I am with the weed. I don't want to smoke someone else's weed. What the hell have you been spraying on it? That's another reason that weed really needs to come out of the darkness. There needs to be transparency in this weed. A lot of you guys that are smoking weed, I hate to tell you, but the people that are growing you that shit are spraying whatever the fuck they can on it to keep it going. 7 dust, the worst shit. Shit you're supposed to only use for your roses because it'll make your dick fall off. They are using that shit to grow y'all's weed, so you have to be careful. You have to make sure you're getting organic. And I was the same way with my wine in there. I did not drink other people's wine. Especially after I found out about that blinding incident in Jackson. These dumb motherfuckers had mixed toner from the printer because they read toner had alcohol in it. They had cut their wine with it 50-50 and sold a bunch of it. And the people that tripped and didn't go blind loved it. But the people that went blind, I think they wanted some of their money back. Or something. They wanted a whole lot more than their money back. Can you imagine drinking some shit and going blind? Holy fuck. Yeah, so I never drank anyone else's wine in there. Like I said, it's just not safe. And like the weed isn't safe. We need transparency on the weed, and that's why Hillary sucks balls. She sucks balls. And then she's got all these charges. She might get impeached after she goes into office. Then who's going to take care of us? I just think it's crazy. I don't know how we've gotten ourselves in this predicament where both of our choices suck. I don't know how that happened. How the hell did that even happen? Did we do it to ourselves? We fucked ourselves or something? I have no idea how this works. Because no one that supports either candidate wholeheartedly is like, hell yeah, they're the best. They're all kind of like, they're better than the other one. Better than the worst. I don't get it. It sucks. We got ourselves stuck. Like Barack. Barack I had a lot of hope for. And I love that dude. He did get a lot of stuff done. But he didn't get a lot of stuff done too. The funny thing I like about Barack, this is the thing I always tell you. People always thought, oh, we're getting a black guy as a president. Then he got in there. He didn't do very much black shit. That's what I always hear the comedians saying. They're like, he didn't act very black. I expected to own a white person by now or something. They act like he didn't give him quite enough stuff. And it's kind of funny to me because I agree. I totally agree. He did not act very black. But I tell you one thing they always overlook. There's one thing he stuck to. He stayed true. No snitching. No snitching, motherfucker. Hillary's not in trouble. He's chasing that pink motherfucker Snowden across the world. He's going to get his ass. No snitching, you bitches. He's sticking to that. That's some hood shit right there. Barack brought that in. No one even notices that. That's some straight hood shit. So Barack, for all y'all that don't think he's hood, he is a little hood because he says stop snitching. You can't get any kind of info on his girl Hillary. And like I said, he's chasing that old honky motherfucker Snowden. He's done with that shit. He says, "Oh, you're done, son, whistleblower or not." And when he went in, he was saying he was going to help whistleblowers and stop the war and all that kind of crap. So, and 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 I don't believe that he didn't mean that crap. I just think once you get involved in the system, because I know that's what, I have a tiny bit of history, and that's what I'm trying to bring this all back to. I was in politics. It was in prison, and it was very small, and it was stupid. But I feel like it was a step up from like even high school, politics, because at least in there, I mean, there was a lot of important shit riding on it. I mean, in high school, what are they doing? Picking who paints the fucking banner? I don't know. I was never involved in it. I wasn't cool enough. But, so anyhow, I do have a little bit of history in politics. So I know that once you get involved with it, it's a bigger thing than you expect. You think that you're going to get brand new weights for the weight pit because there's money for them, but they don't let you order them because they say the money has to wait a certain amount of time before you spend it all, just in case certain things break, and blah, blah, blah. And there's just rules. There's rules to everything. I don't got to tell you guys that. You know that. You all have jobs. You all have lives. There's rules that if you don't follow them, you don't get your shit. But if you follow them, they slow you down quite a bit. There's regulations, and then once you start getting into government, that shit gets really crazy. So I don't shame Barack for not getting all that shit done, but they blew up a bunch of fucking doctors while he was president, I mean, that shit all directly ties back to you. If you're in charge, motherfucker, and it all comes back to you. So you did an alright job, Barack, but man, you couldn't leave us with better fucking choices than Hillary and Donald now after you. Just sucks. Really sucks. But I don't want to rant too much about current politics to y'all, because I will definitely lose your ear, because I know you guys have probably heard enough of that shit, just like me. So we're going to get on with that, and I'm going to tell you, not was I block rep one time in my prison bit, but later. Later in prison, I became block rep a second time. I had been in prison now for about 6 years, and it had probably been 4 years since my impeachment for the wine incident. That's what they take your block repness, or block repity, or whatever you are, block president. It's a way different than Rock Boss. Rock Boss is like the guy that like handles everyone. Like no one fucks with Rock Boss. You guys probably heard the term Rock Boss. Block Rep, that's a more nerdier thing. And that was what I was never the Rock Boss. But I was the Block Rep a few times. Well, twice. And the second time I was Block Rep, fucking exact same thing. I got impeached again, but it was for a different thing. It was for disobeying a direct order. But it was just some dumb shit. It was just they didn't want me to be Block Rep because they knew that they didn't like me. They snowballed me or whatever. I don't know what the term is. Railroaded me and wrote me a bullshit ticket. Disobeying a direct order, they call it. Well, some direct orders should not be followed. And them trying to put their finger in my butt, no, that wasn't what it was. They were trying to make me clean the vents. I already had a job. I worked I'm not going to whine too much. It's my block rep job. But I did. I lost my fucking block rep job. It wasn't fun. And I told you, Miss Phillips, one day if I ever got famous, I'd bitch about your one-thumbed ass. Yeah, she was missing a thumb. Yeah, it's hard to hitchhike when you're going back home when you're missing a thumb, bitch. But no, I'm just kidding with you, Miss Phillips. I miss you. But she was the chick that got my job missing. We ironed it out later in life. But she gave me a direct order to clean the vents because I was the block rep. And I said, what the fuck are you talking about? Clean because I'm the block rep. I go meet with people. I'm the politician. I don't clean the fucking unit because I'm the block rep. Not the block bitch. The fuck is wrong with you? And she gave me a DDO, disobeying a direct order ticket, and I lost my job. Well, or whatever, position. They pay you for that shit, too. You get, like, whopping fucking $32 a month or some kind of ridiculous thing. But the nice thing about being block rep at most places, generally, is they let you sample the new and incoming store stuff so that you're supposed to take it back and let everyone else sample it and get some words from around the block, which I did do, but I also sampled it myself. Do you want to smoke some 4 Aces? Here, try this out. It tastes pretty good. Get it in the store. So you get a little sample, which is kind of a cool thing when you're the block rep. But I am out here on this beautiful fall day on my deck ranting about politics and smoking weed. Life doesn't get much better than that now. I am missing Dave. He's down in Grand Rapids living life. He's living pretty good down there. He's having fun. He wants me to tell y'all he missed his y'all. We ain't figured out that Skype. We tried to do some recording on there. The volume shit was all fucked up. We're going to get it figured out. I'm going to shoot down and see him in the next couple of days. So coming soon, we will have Dave and Stateraised back. But for now, it's just me telling y'all about the time I was block rep twice and got impeached twice. But that's just how it goes. That's how the cookie crumbles. So it's just like Bill Clinton. No one really shames him for getting impeached. I think he technically did get impeached. I think impeachment, if you look it up, is just being charged with a crime while you're in office. You don't actually have to even be convicted of it. Which doesn't seem like a fair way, but that's really what it is. And then you're impeached. Now, I think if you're found guilty, it's a whole different ball of yarn or something. I don't really know. I know there's way too many lawyers involved in being president, which is really fucked up when you think about it. It's like they have to advise you on what you're allowed to do and say and shit. It's like, it's just, it's insane. I guess one of the big deals with this election is whoever wins gets to pick the judicial people, the new judges for the Supreme Court or something. It's definitely above my head. But whatever the outcome is, I just hope Hillary doesn't fuck with weed too much. I seen that on her website that she has an initiative to stop states from being able to legalize weed in opposition to the federal government. And the federal government is being dicks on that. And y'all know it, so I'm not trying to get you to vote a different way by saying this because, of course, who are you going to vote for? Dickhead Donald? Hillary? I don't really care. Go vote for either one. Don't waste your time. Just stay at home and enjoy your day. But I'm pretty sure Hillary's going to win. And we're going to have to deal with this. We're going to have to deal with it on a local level. And I guess the point that I'm trying to get to is we need to annul the law ourselves as a people. If you get called to a jury or any type of thing, just acquit. Tell them you don't agree with that fucking law. That you can nullify a law that way. If juries across the world refuse to convict on certain laws, they will quit bringing people to trial on those laws, and those laws will be nullified. I mean, we can get our voices heard one way or another, but I'm getting my voice heard here on Man Sharpens Man, and you know what? That's another thing. I encourage people, if you guys are listening to this, and you're thinking, listen to this jackass just ran, I could do better than that. Even if you don't do better, go do it. It's like the best thing. Being able to get your voice out there nowadays, even if it's just on YouTube. But if you can do better, get it out there in more arenas. Get your voice out there. Be heard. All we're listening to is the same shit day after day. The news. If you turned on the news, I know you all have. It is the same thing is happening. Nothing has changed. Donald's grabbing pussies. Hillary's deleting her email. I'm proud of her to deleting her email. I can't delete my fucking email. It says like 300 on there all the time. I'm always like, oh, Jesus Christ. I'm sitting there just swipe, delete. Thinking about things I should unsign up for because why are they sending me so many fucking emails? It's like, she actually went through and deleted hers. That's pretty impressive in a way. No, I'm just kidding. I know she was hiding some shit. She was probably hiding that she ordered some shit from Adam and Eve or something, though, really harmless. So we're all like, oh, it's classified information. It's probably just her dildo order or something like that. She doesn't want people to know that she got the, Hawaiian extra fucking big one or something. I don't know. She's probably just trying to hide her anal bead and cocoa butter purchase for her lover or something. I don't know. It's hard to say. But I doubt she's trying to hide very much with those little deleted emails. She can hide. There's a lot of other shit going on. She's almost like a magician. She's got this hand up here like, look at these deleted emails, and meanwhile she's got her other hand around sticking several fingers in all of her asses, and I just don't like it. Now, do I think Donald will do better? Fuck no, I don't think Donald will do better, but I don't think anyone would do better that we have as a choice. That Gary Johnson kind of seems like a tool now the more that I get to know him too. He can't remember shit, he doesn't know any of the world leaders. It's like, come on, dude. You should have at least pretended like you were trying just in case. You've seen that the two might explode. It might get dumped in your lap. And he didn't even try. He didn't even bone up. He's like the understudy for a play that didn't study. He doesn't know any of the fucking lines. So Peter Pan just comes out, just swinging around on a rope, doesn't know what to say, falls off. The new Peter Pan don't know what to say. He falls off. We need to get a better Peter Pan up there in front of us, dancing around and telling us that it's Never Never Land. Because the ones we got are pretty stinky right now. But on a local level, that's where we really need to worry about shit. Because if we can just keep shit on a local level, we own this motherfucker. We are Traverse City. That's where I'm from. But we are the world. We are the people. All that shit. We are. Like, you control the area you're in. If you guys are the cops, if you guys are the lawyers, if you guys are the judges of the area, stop enacting them stupid weed laws. I know I'm getting stuck on the weed laws, but there's a lot of other crap that we need to quit messing with. Like that Snowden. He was trying to help us all. And we're chasing him. We're letting our government chase him. And you know, if you took a poll, most of us are like, leave that dude alone. He was trying to look out for every one of us. He was not trying to get anyone killed. He was not trying to leak out any secret shit, any kind of undercover agent names or no shit like that. He wasn't trying to help other countries. He was trying to help us know that not only are they listening to your mail and reading all your shit, but they're also, listen to this, they are reading the text that you delete, and then reading the text that you delete, and then reading the text that you stick with when you send. Because many of us know that when you're about to send a text, it's not always the first draft. Well, these people in charge have every copy of every draft. So they not only know what you are going to send and what your ultimate thought is, but they know your thinking process. They know when you first started texting your boyfriend, you were like, I'm going to kill you, you fucker. No, wait. You better buy me flowers, you motherfucker. No, wait. I'll see you in a little while. All right, love you, honey. You know, they know your thought process. They know that you go through these things. They're studying us. They're studying us on a deep and really fucking scary level. And he wanted to let us all know that. And it's like, we're chasing this dude down and we're all okay with it. We're all like, well, hopefully he gets away. Like, that's a really fucked up way of being. We need to be more proactive as people, and especially people that are in power. If you're hearing this, help that dude out. Speak up. Like, don't be scared to be the fucking squeaky wheel. We need some squeaky wheels. There's no squeaky wheels in politics. Like, the squeaky wheel gets the oil. We've all heard that. That's not always true. In politics, there's so many people that aren't the squeaky wheel because they just get fucking smoked. They get replaced. They don't get oil. They get a new wheel put there. They get a bigger wheel put there. Or something, they don't even need a wheel. It's a hover device now. So the squeaky wheel no longer gets the oil. That is a stupid saying. I mean, there's a lot of fucking stupid sayings, don't get me wrong. But the squeaky wheel getting the oil, in prison the squeaky wheel don't get the oil. The squeaky wheel gets its back oiled by Bubba. And in the world, the squeaky wheel doesn't really get the oil either in a good way. So don't be the squeaky wheel. But we do all need to speak up in a way, all at the same time. We need to be, you know, not squeaky wheels, but we need to be something a lot more tougher than just a fucking squeaky wheel. And we need to get a lot more than oil because we're getting fucked over. And a lot of it's because of oil, too. Look at all these metaphors popping out. I can't even keep track of them. Going crazy out here this morning. But I am having a good time talking to you guys. Like I said, I missed you guys. Politics, that got me anxious and nervous. We got a few more days, and it'll all be over. We'll know who's the president. Thank goodness we're off that 8-year president, because nobody's going to tell me that whoever wins is going to get a second round. There's just no way. Unless they go in there and do some weird shit, you know. Some really crazy shit. Like, you would have to really... And I don't think either one of them has the fortitude to get in there and just really hit a home run. I just don't think so. So, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Everything will be fine. Hopefully, neither one of them get impeached for making homemade wine under their bunk or anything like that. But we'll just see how it goes, and that's it. I just wanted to stop in and check with y'all and let y'all know that I was missing you. I hadn't forgotten you. And I was going to do my, this is my political extravaganza episode. And my episode to let y'all know that I missed you, and I'm back. Man Sharpens Man is back. I'm going to try to get Dave back on board, but who knows where this show's going to go. Who knows? He might just be a writer. He might just be a fucking a consultant. I might get him back on. I need some equipment. We need some sponsors. So if you're out there, you're listening to me, you want to sponsor the show, you want to help out in any way, mail me something. Mail me anything. I can use some fucking equipment. I can use some advice. Jump on the Man Sharpens Man team. Email me at mansharpensman77@gmail.com. Next week, I've actually been getting quite a host of questions, and I didn't want to address them this week because I knew I was going to get into political stuff, but I've actually been getting quite an influx in my inbox from some Man Sharpen Man listeners, so just be patient, people. I'm going to address all of you, all couple of you. I mean, I've only got some, but it's still a lot to me, so I appreciate the feedback, and I am going to address it. I just didn't want to address it this week because I'm alone, so I'm going to try to get Dave back. But for now, this is Man Sharpens Man with Just State Raised. I love y'all, and we'll talk to you later. Peace, pot, and microdot.